begin.
Welcome. I am Brother Max. It is October 23rd, 2025. You know what that means? It is day 23 of the 31 Days of Fright horror movie project, year 13. And today is part 2 of Tusk companion movies, which, if you don't know what that means, yesterday I talked about movies that would go well after you've watched Tusk for the first time, the 30 millionth time, or the 20-something day in a row, whatever your viewing experience with Tusk is going to be. What do you follow up Tusk with? What movie do you watch after that? So yesterday I kind of had a theme, which is transformations against one's will. Like Wallace gets turned into a walrus. And then the movie that I chose was The Toxic Avenger, where Melvin gets bullied so hard that he forces himself to jump from a second-story window into a barrel of toxic waste, unknowingly, by the way, and he gets turned into the Toxic Avenger, which he ends up going on to fight crime in Tromaville. Very drastic differences, outcomes, but still, it's like Melvin didn't ask for that, and neither did Wallace. So today's theme is what is a prominent characteristic of a walrus that really stands out. Is it its size? Is it the mustache, the sounds it make, or is it a couple of things that are on the cover of this DVD behind me? Is it the tusks themselves? So what movie have I chosen? I bet you already know what I've chose, but let me do a few housekeeping things by asking you to click this bell, leave a like, leave a comment, and share this video, especially leave a comment for sure. And then please do the same for the 13th Wolfman, Professor Mercavro. You got Echo Zombie / No More Monsters. He's doing 2 different things on 2 different channels. That's a feat of its own. You got Nanette. She's finally joined the fray. She has finally got her first video up lately, and she's talking about her favorite horror movies. So please go give her so much needed love. Like, you're never late to the game, especially when it comes to spooky season. And we're nearing the end, even though, but this is the time to really start ramping up everything. And then you got Mood 616. You got Double Shot J. You got Lamonia, Bones, Hobbs. Man, there's so many people who are just keeping the spooky season alive, as well as doing their own 31 days in their own way. So please go show them some love. They all deserve it. I promise you that. So, as you may have guessed, today's movie is teeth. Okay, like, obviously it's not a one-to-one thing, but the tusks are very prominent to this person, to the walrus thing. And then this movie, I just wanted to highlight this movie again. It's been a while since I've talked about it, but this is what's prominent about this movie as well, because it's about Dawn. She's a virgin and she's part of this club, this purity club, wait, sex till marriage. And her boyfriend kind of forces himself onto her, but he finds out in a big bad way that he probably shouldn't have done it. Okay, she has a new ability, or how do you put it? She has teeth in her vagina. Okay, there's no sugar coating it, but she didn't know that, and neither did the boyfriend. And let's just say that he lost an appendage and he bled out and he died. So she's kind of coming to terms with this new feature on her body, and I'm trying to put this as politely and YouTube friendly as possible. And she's kind of coming into her own, okay, because of this. She's starting to feel beautiful and coming into her own little her own world. Okay, she's actually coming out of her shell and whatnot. And then you got the boys, or the bad guys of the movie, and one of them pretends to be who he says he is, and one he seems pretty genuine. And then you got the real villain of the movie, the true villain of the movie is her half brother. And there's a moment at the end of the movie, where you just hear like a crunch, and you just know what happened. And it's like, obviously you know what happens in the previous moments in the movie, like somebody loses his finger. You may see that particular scene on YouTube and like clips and stuff like that, where she's in the office getting a checkup and her legs are in the stirrups and everything, and the gynecologist is being very unprofessional, and then he finds out also in a big bad way why he shouldn't be doing what he's doing and whatnot. I'm adding whatnot because that's the only proper way to say anything really polite on here on YouTube, because if you've seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And there's always these little cuts, like you find out what happens to this person like in the surgery room. There's a nice running gag where her victims are on the operating table, and especially with the doctor, it's like how did this happen? He just kind of grabs the nos and just kind of sticks it over his face, like, let's just get this over with. And then the person who is like acting genuine and who has like ulterior motives, when he's on the table, the doctor's like I don't see the point, it's like, ooh, it's just another dig to the dude who did her dirty, and more ways than one, but it's just, this movie's fun. It's and it's shot well. And I know it has a kind of a ridiculous, funny concept of a movie, so does Tusk, but it's shot well, it's acted well, it's a very competent made movie, and that's why I also put next. This is why I also chose this movie, because Tusk is too. It's like the special effects are amazing. It just doesn't seem like it's a poorly made movie, and this is no exception either. And it's fun to watch. You can watch it alone, watch it with friends. And this is also another movie that's really good to watch with friends, though. Even though there's some nudity and some sex in there that may be a little awkward, but for the most part. But the thing is, for the overarching theme, it's like watching what happens in this movie, it's really fun to have some reactions with you as the movie kind of goes along, which is how I watched this movie for the first time. I do believe it was raining that day, and so we were all kind of huddled in this house, and we were all trying to dry off and watch this movie, and it was just a lot of fun. I will remember that day with all my friends watching watching Tusk. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say. Tomorrow I will have the third and final Tusk companion movie. Like I said, each of the movies have to start with the letter T, just to make things harder for myself. But that's all I wanted to say. Just, this is a good movie to follow up with Tusk with, like the Toxic Avenger. And Toxic Avenger is a little bit more schlocky and a little bit more on PC, where this one really does kind of take things a little more serious, and even though it does have a really funny concept. Okay, I say it that way in the most respect, is because when you break it down, she has teeth in her vagina, and she's she's trying to avoid killing people by removing a certain appendage, and or fingers or whatnot, but yeah, it's fun, it's well acted. Jess Wexler, I think that's her name, Weixler, sorry if I pronounced her name wrong. She's amazing. You may have actually seen her, she pops up every now and again. She was in It Chapter 2, she plays the wife of Bill, I do believe. She's kind of on set, she's blinking, you miss her, but I'm like, oh, I know who that is. She's from Teeth. And I know I should probably seek more movies out of her, but as of right now, this is the one that I know her best from, which is kind of on me on that one, because I would like to know, when they do movies like this, I would like to see more of their body of work, just to kind of it's kind of like what's the dude from Twilight. Like, I really dig his Batman portrayal, and I think his best movie I've seen him in is Mickey 17. I think he's fantastic in that movie. So he definitely, to me, has broken that Twilight persona, or like that. He's kind of put that behind him. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Teeth is a good movie to watch after you've experienced Tusk. So all I'm going to say to end these videos is stay spooky, be safe. It's getting colder out, so please stay warm and just have a good rest of your October. So, and the only way I can properly end these videos is by saying thank you.